What is happening with the house prices in the United Kingdom, in England, Wales, Scotland? Are they lying about the house prices in the United Kingdom to get more investors from outside of the United Kingdom? Or actually house prices are going up? The question is, how on earth the house prices, the average house price in UK, the average house prices in the United Kingdom can go up and are going up if the British pound is going down? Look at this chart. This is the collapse of the British pound to Swiss franc. 1.06, the lowest point in the history to the Swiss franc. Swiss franc actually is going up against British pound. That means even if the house prices are going a little bit up by 1 or 2%, they are losing because the British pound is losing to chief, to Swiss franc, to euro, to dollar and other currencies around the world, even to Czech crown. This is what is happening at the moment. Maybe that's why the masses from the United Kingdom that are living in the UK, the masses from the Central Europe, Czech, Poles, Romanians, Lithuanians are coming back to Central Europe to buy gold for the British pound, as the British pound is losing to the Swiss franc, as the British pound is losing to gold extremely. Look what is happening. This is the chart that shows collapse of the British pound. 1.08, now it was just 1.06, almost 1.05. That means 1 pound equals a little bit more than 1 Swiss franc. It is actually 1 to 1, but in 1971 1 Swiss franc, as we can see on this chart, was almost 7 Swiss francs, and it went down to 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 0.5 it will be as to the Australian dollar and Canadian dollar soon, probably in the foreseeable future, soon in next few years. The British pound will go down as the Australian dollar to the Swiss franc, as at the moment 1 Australian dollar cost only 0.5 Swiss franc. It is 50 cents only, Swiss cents, for 1 Australian dollar to buy 1 Swiss franc for Australian dollars, which are losing to the gold as well as the British pound. You have to give 2 Australian dollars for each Swiss franc. It is total collapse of the worth of the Australian dollar to the Swiss franc. This is what is happening today, this year, and probably will happen next year and next year to the British pound. And this is probably the most possible scenario, that in next few years the British pound will go down below 1 Swiss franc to 0.9, then to 0.8, 0.7, 0.6, 0.5 as the Australian dollar. You don't believe what is happening to Australian dollar? Look at this. This is Australian dollar chart to the Swiss franc, 0.51. From in 80s, 1 Swiss franc was more than 2 Australian dollars, almost 3. Even in 1985, the Australian dollars was so strong. Australian dollar was so strong that you would get 2.2 Swiss franc per 1 Australian dollar. Today, you must pay 2 Australian dollar for 1 Swiss franc. It is opposite. 30 years ago, you would have to give $2 per 1 Swiss franc. Today, you need to pay 2 Australian dollars for 1 chief. Before, you had to give 2 Swiss franc for $1, and today 2 Australian dollars for 1 Swiss franc. It is opposite. The Australian dollar is on lowest point ever. Actually, Australian dollar almost every year, every month is on lowest point ever, as the Australian dollar is going down, is diving to the center of the earth, is going so strongly down that I am not able to understand who is still holding Australian dollars in their pockets. Even Australians don't want Australian dollars. Why? Look at this. This chart shows Australian dollar to gold $5,076 today per 1 ounce of gold. That means one gold coin, 1 ounce of gold coin costs today around 5,200 Australian dollars or 53, because the coins are always more expensive than on the chart. Look at this. Just few hours ago, it was even more, as on this chart, 1 ounce of gold was for $5,200. It is going down so strongly. It went down by 800%, and the same is happening to the British pound. So how on earth the British houses are going up if they even don't go up in British pound, but the British pound is losing to Swiss franc, and the British pound is losing to gold and silver and even Czech crown, and of course to American dollar and the second most important currency around the world, which is euro. How on earth the British pound is losing to euro, which has only 2.65 interest rate on it, but British have 4.5. 4.5. The British have 100% higher interest rate on British pound, but the British pound is losing to euro with a very low interest rate at the moment. Can you imagine that? It is over for the British pound, but this is about the house prices, and we are going to try to find out. Look at this. If the house prices are really going up in the United Kingdom, or this is just a pure lie. As today we've got AI, thanks to the Google. The Google shows us the house prices in the United Kingdom. Look at this. Google reviewed by AI says that in December 2022 the average house price in the United Kingdom was 294k. According to the gov.uk. This was a 9.8 increase from a previous year. Okay. And on the next page, as of March 2025, the average house price in the UK was 296.699k. AI says that 3 years ago, the average house price in the UK was 294k. Today, it is 296k. 2k more in 3 years. The prices haven't moved. But this is more interesting, as I typed average house price UK April 2025. And it says that, look at this, that in April 2025 the average asking price for a asking price, you see, asking price, the asking price is different than the average house price, the average asking price. I can ask you to pay me 1 million. You must understand how to read things. Okay? So it says that in April 2025, the average asking price for a house in the United Kingdom is expected to be 3,077, according to the right move. Okay? But as we can see here, that according to the trading economics, blah blah blah. Okay, because it showed before Zoopla. Okay, so it says asking price. Asking price. The house prices are messed around in the United Kingdom. Why? Because they don't want people to understand. The property market in the United Kingdom is over. It's over. The houses are not going up. The British pound is going down against gold, against Swiss franc, against euro, dollar, against everything. It is over for the British pound. It is over for the house prices in the United Kingdom. And to save it, the British government actually freezed the individual pension plans. They don't allow now to get their money. They don't allow people to take money out, to withdraw the money at the age of 55. Their own private money. It is nationalization. It is Bolshevization. You know what was Bolshevik? Russian Bolsheviks. They really wanted to possess your own money, and this is what is happening with England now. They can't move the stock market, they can't move the economy, so they are taking away the private money from the private so-called pension plans that you would withdraw at the age of 55, but now it is not possible. You will be able to withdraw your own money only at the age of 57, and then they will move this age to 60 probably. On the top of that, the state pension, so-called state pension, was moved to 68 to save the British economy by private money. Thank you very much. I hope to see you soon again, and good luck with your investment. Thank you. As luck is most important sometimes.